Hey everybody, how are you today? So, here we are. And today we're going to talk about color. Yes, I'm doing a series about home decorating. I currently have an interview up that you can go view on my YouTube channel, talking to podcaster Zandra Zara, who has a company called Little Yellow Couch, and her podcast is called Style Matters. You can catch that video over on my YouTube channel. And when Zonder was talking to us, she was sharing how to go ahead and make your house your home, someplace with you want to create an atmosphere that's going to bring joy to you. Not the latest trends, um, which you might like some of those things, that's okay. But truly making your house your home. And one of those things that we do have to be cognitive of when we do that is bringing in paint colors. And you're going, okay, Weezy, you talk to us about different things, but what do you know about paint colors? Well, actually, I know a lot because back in the 90s and the early 2000s, I had my own company called Some Art. And I would go into people's homes and I would paint faux finishes and murals on their walls, on their furniture, or do other decorative pieces for them for their homes. And I was very much into that. Um, and if you know my story, I shut down that shop in 2007 because of economic crisis time was when the real estate market was dropping and um, crashing, burning. The people whom were in that I worked with, they weren't just losing their jobs, they were losing their homes. So I just decided to stop. And then that's when I went back to school to take my color in other directions. But the thing that you must know about me is color is my passion. I love color, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And maybe choosing some colors for your home to be your base for all of your other decorating choices. So, um, I want to talk about, you know, color comes in different hues, different tones, different tints. And what you choose makes a huge difference. Makes a huge difference. And there's varying shades of every color that we choose to use. As you can see as an example behind me, the purples that I have for my Weezy is much different than the purple, more heathery lavender or light purple that I have in my words hope. Or even the turquoise. You can see the turquoise in my chair. It's bright, it's blue. But then you look at the small fan that's back there. There we go. But you see the small fan that's back there, that's more of an aqua turquoise. So it has more green in it versus blue. The gray on the wall, I use that purposely to give a backdrop. And that's what we want to talk about today. We will also talk about what the trending base colors are right now for homes. Um, so, the first thing I want to share with you, though, is this really cool little idea that Sherwin Williams has going on right now. I read this in the Martha Stewart Living magazine, and um, I will put a link in the written content below of where you can find this article and look at it yourself and check this out for yourself. See my little finger here? It's pointing on this gray square. It says new peel and stick samples. Take the guesswork out of color selection with our easy to use samples that bring colors to your walls in a matter of seconds. No mess, no dry time, just peel and stick. Let's see, they have a little, see what else they have to say. So here you can go ahead and you can order these samples. They come in 8 by 8, easy to peel. The more you get, the more of a discount you get if you want the 8 by 8, which is going to give you a really good idea of what your color looks like on your wall. Two, or you can get 2 by 3 inch color chips free with a maximum of 10. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Other things you can do for paint samples, of course, is you can use a poster board. You could cut pieces of poster board, and then you can go to the store and get samples about this size. This runs about approximately $5. So it's a little costly, but you know, it's no more than if you went out and bought craft paints. And you can use, I'm going to tell you one thing, you can use craft paints because what they can do is they can color match those in the store. Different, but you know, or they might come in smaller sizes like this. But anyways, just ideas. And then if you're brave, instead of investing in gallons of different types of paints or quarts of paints, something like this is a good alternative. You have to go to your local paint store and see what they might have. They might have little tubes or something like that that you can use. And it probably will cost you a little bit of money because you are buying product. You know, not everything's free out there, but you know, a couple dollars is a whole lot less than a gallon of paint's getting up to being $30, $40, $50 a gallon now. A couple bucks is a whole lot cheaper to find out than to go and get gallons of paint mixed up and they go, I don't like that color. I am going to say that color chips can be a little deceiving in colors. So anyways, you can see this gray kitchen here. And moving on, great. This one has more cream color, but then they have added browns and white and black into like the tile back there. But cream is a really pretty backdrop. Very neutral, very functional. A more modern touch. Here's a kitchen with the background where it's more spicy, using a terracotta. But these blues that they show are really nice if that suits your style. So in the cottage style, white has always been a great backdrop color. So here in Better Homes and Garden, you can see they have all of these different mauve colors. Mauve is coming back in 2022. We had this color big in the late 70s and early 80s. I don't know, but I am just going to preface that this color can be really tricky because it can go, these colors that they show are very nice, warm, and vibrant. But they can be very tricky because they can go very gray, they can go very brown, almost to some taupes can look more mauve. So these are things that you want to consider when choosing a paint color. So here are some examples of using different shades. We're going to move on now into greens. And these are some sage greens. So sage can be a deep color or it can be a lighter color, almost down into a mint green. It depends when you're talking about sage. They can be a warm sage, they can be a cool sage. So they can have a little bit more of a yellow to them, or they can have a little more gray into them. And they can be as light or as dark as you want. You might fall into these shades turning into an olive color. But these are just different examples of how you can use sage in your home. In this one, it's almost like a spa-like feel with the way that they use it. These are all grays, but that one's a gray. That's a deeper gray. This one almost looks blue. This one definitely looks blue. This one is a cool. This is one that I would say is a warm gray. So these would be samples of cool grays. These would be samples of more warm grays. Here the grays go into the brown colors or into different shades of taupe. See what the modern gray is? To me, that's taupe. So let's go here. Let's look at this one. These are beiges. These are beiges that I pulled up. Now, a lot of my house is, see where the finger is pointing? A lot of my house is in this tone or this, between these two colors. And then I've gone out into yellows in my house with these. But see how they're warm, but as you go down into the color scale, they remain warm. But look at all the different shades that are within that beige family. Here are what they consider the best beige and neutral colors, in the bedroom. That's a nice warm beige. Here's another sample. But see, that one almost looks green. This one has more of a sandy color. This one is a dark taupe. This has more yellow in it, or a goldy color. So you really need to decide what shade that you want to have. But so far, for this year though, beiges, greens, some blues, and the grays remain very popular. It depends on your personality, and then just go in and play with the color kind of tone into your colors. This is what I have to just give you a little primer of what there is out there for paint colors and where you can use these paint colors. Use them to your liking. So I hope you found this helpful, and there's more information and the links are in the blog below. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.